Justin Baldoni is finally speaking about how exhausted he is from the year of emotional stress dealing with It Ends With Us and Blake Lively.
I had anxiety because I'm not feeling like my full self. And yet I came today despite, no sleep and not feeling great and, all of the barriers. And I said, I forgive you. I love you. Then we cried together and we hugged each other.
Well, I met Blake. I worked with her husband Ryan several years ago, so I met Blake a few times through Ryan on that film.
Got it.
And thought she seemed nice, and little did I know.
Yeah.
How quickly do you...
Don't touch me.
Hollywood is no stranger to drama, but when two A-list stars turn a highly anticipated film into a full-blown legal war, it becomes a spectacle no one can look away from. What started as a dream project quickly spiraled into a nightmare, with shocking accusations, explosive counterclaims, and a bitter feud that's left the industry divided. But beneath the public statements and legal documents lies an even darker truth, one that no one saw coming. And once you hear what's been uncovered, you might never look at these celebrities the same way again. For months, Justin Baldoni remained silent as rumors swirled, but when he finally broke his silence, it wasn't through a statement, it was through tears. Appearing on the Gents Talk Podcast, Baldoni opened up about the toll this battle has taken on him, admitting he's been emotionally drained, anxious, and struggling to sleep. A clip of the interview went viral, showing Baldoni wiping his eyes and taking deep breaths before confessing, "I never expected things to get this bad." But what's more surprising than his bar eke-down is the timing. Just days before, new legal documents surfaced that painted Baldoni in a completely different light, and they may explain why his emotions finally got the best of him. Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni weren't just co-stars. They were co-producers, working together to bring It Ends With Us to life. But behind the scenes, things weren't as perfect as they seemed. By December 2024, Lively had filed a lawsuit against Baldoni, accusing him of serious misconduct, including inappropriate comments, personal boundary violations, and a smear campaign. Against her, Baldoni fired back immediately, denying all allegations and countersuing for defamation and civil extortion. He claimed Lively was trying to sabotage the film and ruin his career, even bringing her husband Ryan Reynolds into the mix. But what neither of them expected was how fast Hollywood would take sides. In Hollywood, loyalty is everything, but in this case, it was shattered. Some celebrities stood by Lively, believing her accusations without question. Others defended Baldoni, convinced he was the victim of a calculated takedown. And then there were those who remained silent, too afraid to pick a side. The media frenzy only grew worse when leaked messages and emails between Lively and Baldoni surfaced. While some claimed the messages proved Baldoni was innocent, others argued they exposed a toxic power dynamic between the two. But just when it seemed like public opinion was shifting in one direction, Baldoni's team made a move no one saw coming. Desperate to clear his name, Baldoni's lawyers released a collection of text messages, behind-the-scenes footage, and legal documents. The goal? To prove that Lively's claims were exaggerated or outright false. But instead of settling the debate, the release backfired spectacularly. Critics accused Baldoni of trying to manipulate public perception, arguing that selectively chosen texts don't tell the full story. And with so much evidence still hidden from the public, one question remained. Who's really telling the truth? Despite the chaos, It Ends With Us still became a box office juggernaut, raking in over $350 million worldwide. But instead of being celebrated, the film was overshadowed by non-stop controversy. Red carpet events became awkward, tense affairs. Lively and Baldoni refused to appear together, and journalists were strictly forbidden from asking about the lawsuit. Behind the scenes, studio executives scrambled to contain the damage, fearing that the scandal could permanently stain their reputations. But the backlash didn't stop there. As if Lively didn't have enough on her plate, an old feud with Kendrick suddenly resurfaced, this time with even more intensity. Fans of A Simple Favor have long speculated that Kendrick and Lively never got along, but what was once dismissed as mere on-set friction has now escalated into a full-fledged Hollywood Cold War. And now, with the sequel's promotion in full swing, the cracks in their so-called professional relationship are impossible to ignore. Kendrick, known for her sharp wit and no-nonsense attitude, has reportedly reached her breaking point. Sources close to the production claim she's livid over Lively's lack of involvement in promoting the film, leaving Kendrick and director Paul Feig to carry the weight of the entire campaign. Lively, on the other hand, appears completely unbothered, choosing to focus on her personal life and ongoing legal troubles instead. But was this indifference or something more calculated? Whispers around Hollywood suggest that Kendrick's frustration isn't just about promo duties. According to insiders, Lively may have intentionally distanced herself from the project, fearing that her ongoing courtroom drama with Baldoni would overshadow the movie's release. But Kendrick, who has always been dedicated to her work, allegedly sees this as yet another example of Lively's self-absorbed tendencies. The tension between the two has become so palpable that some claim Lively's team advised her to avoid any direct interactions with Kendrick at upcoming press events. Could this be the reason behind their eerily silent dynamic on social media? The drama doesn't stop there. Eagle-eyed fans were quick to notice that Kendrick has allegedly muted Lively on Instagram, an action that may seem small but speaks volumes in today's digital age. While neither actress has publicly acknowledged any bad blood, Kendrick's refusal to engage with Lively's posts has only intensified speculation. Some insiders even claim that Kendrick has privately voiced concerns about Lively's diva behavior behind closed doors, adding yet another layer to this ongoing Hollywood power struggle. But just when it seemed like this rivalry couldn't get any more tangled, an even more shocking twist emerged, one that involved a third party who had once been Lively's strongest ally. One of Lively's closest friends, someone who had always been in her corner, had now seemingly taken a step back. Was this person distancing themselves to avoid the controversy, or had they finally seen a different side of Blake Lively that the world wasn't supposed to see? Blake Lively and Taylor Swift have been best friends for years, but despite the legal firestorm, Swift has remained completely silent. Her absence from the drama is almost deafening, leaving fans to speculate wildly about where her loyalties truly lie. Could it be that Swift knows something the public doesn't, or is she simply prioritizing her own pristine reputation over a longtime friendship? According to insiders, Swift initially stood by Lively in private, offering words of encouragement and behind-the-scenes support. But as the scandal snowballed into a full-blown legal catastrophe, Swift reportedly took a step back. Some claim she feared being dragged into the chaos, while others whisper that she began questioning Lively's version of events altogether. What's even more suspicious is that Swift, known for fiercely defending her friends, has not made a single public statement, not even a cryptic lyric or subtle Instagram like. Fans have noticed that while she once gushed about Lively online, she's now eerily quiet. Even at events, where the two were once inseparable, they've been spotted keeping their distance. Is Swift silently picking a side, or is she just playing it smart to avoid a PR disaster? Adding fuel to the fire, sources close to Swift claim that her inner circle advised her to steer clear of the mess, warning that any involvement could tarnish her own image. Some even suggest that Swift's recent interactions with Justin Baldoni have raised eyebrows, with theories swirling that she might not be as firmly on Lively's side as everyone assumed. No matter the reason, her silence is louder than any statement she could make. Has Taylor Swift quietly turned her back on Blake Lively, or is she just waiting for the perfect moment to strike? Either way, the fact that she hasn't said a word has only made this scandal even more explosive. With the trial set for March 2026, legal experts are already whispering about a potential behind-the-scenes deal that could make this entire scandal disappear. Both Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni have everything to lose, not just financially, but in terms of public perception. Their reputations, careers, and even personal relationships are hanging by a thread as the case drags on. But here's where things get even more interesting. If a settlement happens, what exactly will it cover? Would it be just about money, or would it involve gag orders, NDAs, and carefully worded statements to control the public narrative? Because let's be real, both sides have secrets they desperately want to keep buried. And if they don't settle, that's when things could get explosively ugly. With new leaks, undisclosed evidence, and shocking testimonies surfacing every day, the trial could expose things neither Lively nor Baldoni ever wanted the world to see. Hollywood thrives on image, and if the court documents confirm any dark truths, whether about their business dealings, personal conflicts, or hidden betrayals, it could obliterate their careers overnight. Some insiders believe Lively is determined to fight until the bitter end, refusing to let Baldoni walk away without consequences. But others suggest that Baldoni's team is already negotiating in the shadows, quietly working on a deal that could save him from complete public humiliation. The real question is, who has the most to hide? And if this case does settle, will we ever know the full, unfiltered truth? Or will Hollywood once again rewrite history to protect its own? At this point, one thing is clear. This isn't just another Hollywood scandal. It's a full-scale war, with reputations, careers, and personal legacies on the line. Secrets are unraveling, alliances are shifting, and the battle is far from over. But here's the real question. What aren't we being told? Every new leak, every cryptic post, every anonymous source seems to contradict the last. So is someone manipulating the narrative? Is the real truth being buried beneath Hollywood politics, legal loopholes, and backroom deals? And let's not forget, if this goes to trial, who will survive it? Could the courtroom become the ultimate battleground where shocking betrayals and buried scandals come to light? Or will a last-minute hush-hush deal erase it all before the public ever learns the full story? One thing is certain, this isn't over. Not even close. So what do you think? Who's really hiding the biggest secrets? Let us know in the comments.
She was
And don't
involved in
forget
every
to
aspect of this
subscribe,
production, and
because
everything
trust
she
me,
touched, she made better.
you won't
I mean,
wanna
it all
miss what
started
happens
with a
next.
letter that